Everybody, it's Miss Betty and I'm cooking on Fun Rich. And today I am cooking simply easy dishes. So earlier I did make my glazed carrots, but now I am getting ready to saute some green beans. So how many of you know that even though we were raised in the South and we always boiled our green beans, we had to have our salt pork in there and our ham hocks, potatoes, you don't have to do that now. You can simply saute your beans. So in my skillet, I have like a fourth of a cup of canola oil. And to that, I'm going to drop my beans. And we're just going to let these cook slow and easy. I like to add onion to them. So I sliced one small onion because we want these to be flavorful. And some people like them crunchy. I'm not going to do these crunchy because we probably would not eat them if they were crunchy. So I have one small onion. I am going to add some kosher salt, not a lot. I'm also going to add some garlic, herb, and black pepper with sea salt. And you know my motto is sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And these are going to be awesome. I'm also going to add a little ground black pepper. And if you would ask me how much seasoning did I put in here, I would probably tell you it was probably no more than a fourth of a teaspoon of each one of my seasonings. But I'm also going to add some paprika with lemon and lime. That will give it a twist. Paprika don't really have a taste, but you can taste the lemon and the lime in this. This is one of my favorite seasonings that I pick up. I always tell you that I pick these up at my home goods store, at Ross's, or any department store or chain store that have a home department. And if you go back there and you look, you will find these seasonings. Pick them up. They are amazing. I'm also going to add, just to give my green beans some flavor, I am going to add some chicken broth. Ha. Bet you never thought of that, huh? No, you're going to add some chicken broth. And we're going to let this come to a simmer. I'm also going to add some garlic. Just slice me a few little pieces of garlic in there. I don't want it too garlicky, so I did use like one pod off of a clove. Garlic is totally optional, so if you don't want garlic, then do not add garlic. You know, Miss Betty always say whatever you put in your seasoning, use as your seasoning, is totally optional. It's up to you. When you become that cook, you will learn whether or not you want to add it or you do not. So if your recipe calls for a certain item, that do not mean that you have to use it. It will not ruin your recipe. I'm also going to add a stick of butter because I want these green beans, even though I am cooking them in a skillet, I still want them to have that down home flair. I want people to be able to eat them. So I'm going to slice up some butter in my beans. And after they cook for a minute, I'll go back and I'll taste them and I'll see if I need to add any more seasoning. You really can't tell that until they start to cook because fresh food, you know, it's kind of funny like that. It takes a little bit more seasoning and you just want to make sure. It depends on your preference of salt. I really need to have a lower salt level, but I need that seasoning in my food. So here's my green beans. Let's let them come to a boil. Let's let them begin to cook. And when I come back, I will show you what they look like. They're going to look like that. Only they're going to be done and they're going to be good. So here are my green beans, and as you can see, I did cheat a little bit when I went off camera because I did add some meat to my beans. But I did completely cook these in my skillet, And I didn't want to leave them as firm as the recipe called for because we don't like them firm. I did add a can of chicken broth. So that is what you see floating at the bottom of my beans. I added my seasoning salt, my kosher salt, black pepper, some garlic, and I just simply let them cook real slow. And that's it. And now my beans are done. Just know that during this holiday season, this Christmas time, we don't have to cook as hard as we did for Thanksgiving. We can cook these nice, simple, easy meals that I have showed you on today so that you don't have to say, well, I'm not cooking because I cook for Thanksgiving. Well, don't cook as hard. Just cook easy. So I've showed you a couple of easy dishes. You make it a wonderful holiday. And this is Miss Betty on Fun Ridge. Remember to always replace negative with positive and be a blessing to somebody on today. Subscribe to my page, like, and share. Bye-bye.